It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the NFC South. It's the Panthers and the Bucs, next on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got an NFC South matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Here's the punter, Jake Camarda, set to do the honors, and off we go now from Tampa. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. We see Carolina's offense getting set for their first possession here. And at quarterback, his second season with the Panthers, Sam Darnold.
And the thing with Sam Darnold is we know the skill set is there. May not be the most mobile or strongest arm quarterback in the league, but usually plays with really good poise and at his best, like a point guard in basketball, able to move around and distribute the rock.
Darnold looking to start with a pass. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. And right away he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Well, for a little bit we thought his story had concluded, but not to be. Here's Tom Brady in his 23rd NFL season, leading the Bucs offense out once again.
And at one point he announced to the NFL world that he had accomplished everything he needed to and was going to retire, but then reversed that decision. And I think everyone who likes football loves the fact that he's still out there throwing it around and still at the top of his game. In a career that's seen and accomplished just about everything, he figured there was always room to add to that legacy.
Fournette, a first down carry. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And they'll accept that penalty. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Brady. On the left side, a catch by White. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
But Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. They just pick up a nice 1st down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Brady. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now Brady again. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on their team.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Here's Brady to throw. Over the middle to Evans. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their 1st drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown out on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Brady to throw again. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack. 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
It's showtime, baby. Let's go. Let's go do this thing, baby. Come on, baby. Let's do our thing, baby. Let's do our thing.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Now Brady. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. And that sack there, that likely brings out the field goal unit, so they might have to settle for 3 here on their opening drive.
They did some nice things getting things started there, moving the ball downfield, but taking that sack on 3rd down, that lets the air out of the momentum balloon just a little bit.
So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Succop's kick is good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They won in 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 24, Darnold. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Joe Tryon from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Trying to improvise. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could. But let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Fournette. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the gun, it's Brady. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Again, it's Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. The 3rd down conversion successful, a gain of 11.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside, and I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah, you can just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence, competitiveness, that's Tom Brady in a nutshell.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Brady going to throw. This is White on the screen, and he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. On first down, Darnold. Now he's forced out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Darnold.
Over the middle, he's got Chenault. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
On first down, it's Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first and 10, Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run with Foreman. Shifts free at the 15. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6. Three 0 after one on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Darnold. And it's caught. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. Here's Darnold. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas from 3 yards out. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Back now comes Tampa Bay. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They start the drive with White. And some room to roam now. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
That can take it the distance. Got a short yardage trying to pick up 1st downs. That big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
up the gut, Fournette. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Ravion Roy there to bring him down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Brady to throw on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Brady.
Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And Jones has it over the middle. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Now Brady again. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. They've got good hands that, of course, are a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cameron Brate from a yard out.
And the Bucs are able to move back in front.
1st and goal. Forget running the football. Forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think 1st and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you've just watched your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
A run by Foreman to start the drive. And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Darnold. And incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold.
Connection made with Chenault.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3-and-out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Dancing to his left. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
From the 27, Darnold.
He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here's Foreman. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Darnold.
He's got the hook up. It's Chenault on the crossing route.
And he's brought down. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Hubbard sidestepping his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Brady now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Quick throw, finding Mike Evans.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Brady to Evans that time. First down, Tampa.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Let's do this, man. Do it. It's showtime, baby. Me and you.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Brady.
Gets it out quick. It's Gage on the slant. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Brady to throw again.
He's got Otten.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Throwing on first down is Brady. finding Otten once more. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Cade Otten, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Buccaneers have yet again retaken the lead.
The tight end can kind of be that diamond in the rough secret weapon that you have, and right there they show you why.
And it's becoming less of a secret, isn't it, partner? Every game that we do nowadays, the tight end is a featured receiver, not just a blocker, as in the days of old.
Suck up for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And Cade Otten capped things off with a touchdown grab.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field.
And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A first down throw, Darnold. To the right side and complete to Thomas. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw is Darnold. Over the middle, he's got Chenault. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On first down, it's Darnold. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Darnold. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Darnold now to throw. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This time they stay on the ground. And they will bottle them up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Carolina. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
And there was one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Brady to throw. Over the middle to Evans. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. and that's what he did.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Brady going to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Brady.
This one taken in by Otten. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Second down at 5.
Fournette on the toss to the right. And he's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from first down. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. To throw is Brady.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Now back to the ground game with White.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Rashad White.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Bucs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Darnold and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 here.
At their own 25-yard line.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Darnold.
Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
Couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Darnold. Again, he finds Moore.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd down and 3.
Now it's Darnold.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target.
And it's 3rd and short.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Darnold. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, We're not going away.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So out come the Bucs now. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. It'll be a gain of 5. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
On 3rd down, Fournette dances by him, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Here's Brady. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Brady. Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Mike Evans, 41 yards. And the Buccaneers go up by 2 touchdowns.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point try now for Succop. And the lead is up to 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A carry for Foreman. There to stop him was Carlton Davis.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. He's got the connection to Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing. And that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3. Just get the ball right to the receiver.
This is the hitch route. And tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To throw is Darnold. Connection made with Chenault. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Complete to Deontay Foreman at running back. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
A first down throw, Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hubbard. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Working with a 2nd and 3. Darnold now to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. He gets it to Thomas. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Darnold on first down. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Chuba Hubbard. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Brady's throw on target to Godwin here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Brady now to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. This is caught by Evans. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 54 yards.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tom Brady scoring on a 2-yard keeper. And the Bucs have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter.
I'd have to say we're all a little bit surprised there because at his age, with his speed, or should I say lack thereof, the only rushing touchdowns I would expect are on quarterback sneaks. But here, he found all of his guys covered, and he said, why not? And by the way, if that doesn't fire up your team to see the veteran like that risking his body for the touchdown, I don't know what will.
Suck up for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Darnold. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Darnold. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Darnold to throw again. He's got a man. That's Marshall.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Let's run, baby. Big week, every week. Every day. Let's go now. Let's go. Let's rock and roll. Let's go. Right here, baby. Been there.
up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold.
They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
On 1st down, Darnold. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Darnold. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
On 2nd and goal, Darnold, and he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Panthers are back within a score. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now. They've ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. A 10-play drive that time. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bucs ready to take over once again. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady, quick throw, finding Mike Evans. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Brady now on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. On the draw, this is Fournette. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. He completes it to Evans. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 34-yard line. Give him 18 on the play. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Brady gives this to White. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Damian Wilson in on the stop.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Inside handoff now to Fournette. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Brady to throw. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
So some pressure now on the kicker, Ryan Succop. This to perhaps salt this one away. Succop's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So Darnold and the Panthers now down by 10. 1:45 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now Darnold gets this to Moore, and he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Darnold trying to hustle everybody along with the clock moving. Here's Darnold. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Darnold. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Darnold to throw. Again, he finds more. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. Now it's Darnold. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Keep our boys. This is what you stop. That's right. Let's have some fun. Let's get some.
Now Darnold. For Marshall, that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A very solid gain of 27. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Let's be smart. Let's play ball. They can't stop. It's game time. It's showtime, baby.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Darnold. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Darnold.
He'll dump this one off to Hubbard.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
One last throw now for Darnold. And this is going to be caught. So in effect, the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give him points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing is done.